Hello and welcome to Simon Says Artwork. This is going to be the 18th installment of my Inktober challenge, which I'm doing with my left hand for the month until the 31st of October, and then I'm going to use both hands, hopefully successfully. I am right-handed naturally, so let's see how that goes. I'm still going to be drawing in my little black sketchbook here, and today I'm going to be using a 0.5 Pigma Micron fine liner. So okay, let's get started. Okay, so for this entry I had this picture in my mind for a couple of days and I thought today's the day to do it, and I wasn't exactly sure how it would go. When I say the picture in my mind, I don't mean literally I could see a picture, because for some of you may know I have aphantasia, so I can't actually picture things, but I had this idea in my mind, and I kind of have concepts that I don't actually see but I contemplate and consider, and it's more of what I think could create an interesting amount of complication. And the concept was to have a circle with things orbiting and not have anything necessarily in the center. There's no nucleus, and I started to do certain structures going into the center, but I'm glad that I didn't follow through with that. There's only a certain amount of detail that really benefits drawings sometimes. You can put too much detail into one page, and it's like the law of diminishing returns, where past a certain point you're only detracting from the overall piece. And I'm trying to still find where that is and to learn when I've met or exceeded that point of a drawing or painting. Painting, it's not always so bad. Depending on the style of your painting, you can overpaint something and then still salvage it afterwards. But yeah, for the point with this drawing, because it's an ink first drawing and I'm basically just doodling and trying to come up with shapes that are vaguely, kind of shapes of either machinery or space junk, or something which is just, could be a structure from above, or it could be something that's floating, it could be vehicles, it could be anything. It's just trying to show some kind of concentric rings. And it's hard to do that geometrically and kind of symmetrical because of not having any underdrawing or any guidelines. So it was a case of drawing things and then sensing that it was skewing slightly, so trying to create a balance by adding little bits on here and there, and then wondering whether it's really important to create them as circles, and they can be ovals, and it doesn't really matter so long as there are gaps in between and there is a general sense of a shape that is going round and round. And I quite enjoy things like this. It doesn't feel too different to the geometric doodle that I did quite a few years ago and I uploaded to this channel this year. I had a lot of videos which I was uploading to this channel from years ago for the majority of this year's uploads, because of having a backlog of work that I'd created and wanting to share that. Whereas now I'm just running on the new work that I can create as fast as possible. And I have mentioned this in a previous video, but I'll mention it now because I do think it's worth reiterating that after the end of this month, I'm going to really put some more effort into making videos for this channel, really something interesting and artistic, which at the moment I'm putting all the work into the drawings, and I think I need to do a bit of both, work into the drawings and a lot more work into the video, because of the way that I'm presenting the video currently is having an introduction, having the main bulk of the content with my commentary like I'm doing now, and then having an outro at the end. And I'd really like to have a lot more to offer than that, and a little bit different structure than that really. So my idea is to rebuild the way that I present videos and consider making them from the beginning. And that's going to be what I work on starting from November. And it means that I'll be uploading less frequently, but not much less frequently. I'll still be doing an art video a week, and I'll probably pick a day that it should go up on. And I'm going to try to have several different changes, and they might seem subtle. You might watch the new videos and think, okay, is that it? Is that all you're adding? But currently, I feel like I'm in a bit of a rut with how I create videos. It's very much the same routine, because I know that it's how I deliver a beginning, a middle and an end, which I think is important. But I also think there are several ways of doing that, and I'm going to try and do it with some new additions that should really help how it feels to watch one of the videos. And I'm hoping that it will elevate my position as a YouTuber for your viewing pleasure, really, if you'll excuse that expression. But anyway, back to this drawing. I'm at this stage where I'm now adding a shadow edge to every layer of the drawing, and it's quite tricky to stick to the the shadow being on the left and on the bottom, because of everything being in a circle. It just makes you want to put the shadow in a different part. And so some of the shadows aren't in the correct places in certain places, but I just thought if I try to remember that for the majority of the drawing, then at least everything has a shadow and the majority has a shadow in the right place. But it's just kind of a darker edge, really, as opposed to a shadow. It's just trying to give it that bit more depth. But that's where I got up to, and I quite like it. Okay, so that is the drawing done. Now, I took that extra time to get everything outlined and to do the blast rings all around the edges instead of just the inside. I think it does look better now because it's got the shadow edge on certain things. I got the shadow edge wrong on certain objects, but I thought just plow ahead, just keep going, and hopefully it'll look a bit better. And I think it's got a bit of depth to it. I think it looks kind of cool. But yeah, that's the drawing done for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, share this with any friends or family, anyone who enjoys art at all. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.